What's up, guys? It's bedtime, and we were scrolling Instagram. It was a great day today. We got some work done, caught up on a bunch of sleep. Man, I had to drive, without taking any breaks, and the truck broke down, uh, uh, which ended up working all right because 2 blocks away from where the truck broke down, while waiting for the the Volvo service repair to show up, I went to the farmer's market there and I got a couple seeded watermelons. So I threw those in the back of the sleeper underneath the blanket, configured in such a way where the air conditioning of the sleeper blows on the watermelon, cooling it down. So our friends invited us. They said, "Hey, please show up. It costs. It's not cheap. There is no rain checks. You just pay for it, and then you got to show up, right?" And here I am in New Jersey. Okay, maybe not New Jersey, North Carolina, and just got my truck together, and I was like, well, I need to pretty much do all my hours nonstop, just that 1/2 hour break that you're required. And I made it with an hour to spare before the boat set sail. Two boats set sail and tied together at Holliver Inlet, place we've been many times and seen other yachts and boats hang out. But this time we get a chance to go on one because a friend invited us for his birthday and wanted to invite a bunch of people, but the law says you could only take 13 on charters. So he had to get two. So yeah, great time. We made a little video, posted it, and had some networking, had some, I don't know, just a great time. Whatever, with some people we didn't know of, some people we've seen before, some people we know a little bit better were there. So, I knew Dasha really well. She was there, so I had a great time. Brought that watermelon. Everyone loved the watermelon. It was nice and cool and refreshing, and it's steaming hot in summer in South Florida. So that's what you do, if you don't have a boat, just to be, how should I say, what do you bring to a boat party? You bring a watermelon. You can never go wrong with that, especially if it's seedless, and usually people have knives, so you just bring the watermelon. It's kind of big, and they see you all coming. They're like, "Oh, perfect timing." We were, always a great time if you bring a watermelon. Anyways, so we've been checking out the Instagram, and Dasha, posted. She was on the yachts yesterday, and she's like, "Serge, take some pictures of me. I got to post this on the Instagram." So anyways, one of our acquaintances from church posted this on his Instagram. Dun, dun, dun. And I was like, wow, shots fired. Gotta take a break from my Instagram. My feed post is like this, followed by a post of someone eating caviar in Miami on a yacht, then more bombings, then more palm trees. Who was eating caviar on a yacht recently? It was us, right? And I was like, what? Like, how do you respond to that? Yeah, there's always going to be unpleasant things going on in the world. And I don't even know if Coney 2012 was ever solved. Are you guys, have you all been on the internet long enough to know what Coney 2012 was? How about you, Vova? You remember Coney 2012? Is that still around? Comment below if anyone knows. Apparently, that was a really big thing, bigger than mayonnaise land getting shot up right now. It, it, it was a pretty big thing, as far as I remember from my internet days back in 2012. You know, did that ever get solved? You know, as far as I know, I don't think so. I think that's going on still. I think still African children are being kidnapped and trained as teenage soldiers and preteen soldiers and all this horrible stuff, you know, which was what Coney 2012 was all about. Remember all the graffiti, all the stickers, you know, there's huge, huge publicity was done all about that. And I don't think it ever got followed up. And I don't remember any post or any news story saying, hey, we did this. We solved Coney 2012, right? So where am I going with this, right? Back to what I said. There will always be these unpleasant, really nasty, uncalled for things happening. And are we not supposed to enjoy our life, take advantage of a little boat trip that our friends invited us to? Said, hey, Serge, you're the first friend I had in America. You need to be at the party. I was like, okay, I'll try to be there. And then, boom, the truck breaks down, and I was like, man, I don't think I'm gonna make it, but I made it, you know. And here are, you know, an acquaintance of ours. I mean, yeah, we knew this was going on. Like,
It happened. We were on the boat yesterday, and the shooting, like bombing, happened today.
we were.
So yesterday we didn't even know that it's gonna happen.
So we didn't even know this happened. So are we supposed to cancel our boat party or our friend's boat party? Are we supposed to not go and stay home? And what are we supposed to do in a situation like this? Sorry if your place got bombed today or yesterday or ever. I'm terribly sorry. You know, if that happened. The only thing I could offer you is what I offer everyone else. Unfortunately, you know, I'm just the car hauler. I could offer you the car hauling American dream and show you how I live mine through my vlogs and show you a bit of my life and show you whatever my wife is comfortable with showing. You know, she likes to enjoy these things too. We really enjoy the fruits of our labor, the health, and the gifts we got from our Creator. We really enjoy that and take advantage of it. And that's pretty much the message I want to tell everybody else. I didn't think we'd get like hate, but you know, I don't know. I how do you deal with this? Is it a thing where, you know, I used to dream of a Peterbilt truck or cab overs, you know. I put positive, I made videos about trucks I liked. And then one of them came to me at a deal. And I was like, wow, this is like the law of attraction or just kind of, maybe not, I think the law of attraction is kind of like over exaggerated idea or thought, but it really is, you become what you think about most of the time. And I like to think of myself as at least a bad example of how to live life, you know, but it's better than a lot of other examples out there. So, do we need to apologize for stuff that we cannot control? I, I don't know. I don't know how to say that. Like, is that right? Do we need a, like, this happens every now and then, right? This is why I want to make a video. If something cool happens, and we share it with you, our audience, our friends, saying, hey, this has happened in our life. It's a milestone in our careers and in our American dream. And hey, we get to enjoy it. And in this case, it was a little bit of mega yacht at Hull over inlet. And does this mean like our circle of friends? Dasha, can you be close here? I want to hear your feedback on this too. And ask. Well, no, I'm not saying to be on the set, but like, but she nodded when I said, "Do we need to apologize for that?" Like, because I mean, we work hard for our career. We sacrifice a lot. We get involved in things that we think spiritually we kind of have a godly obligation to do. And I feel like, I've said this before on the channel. Before I went to like a really strong Christian school, right? Strong. I don't know how strong it was actually. I mean, but at the time I thought it was pretty godly school, right? And that's where I grew up. And one time a preacher there preached about Lamborghinis and how it's worldly stuff and a Lamborghini's not going to save you. And you know what? It actually, I think exotic cars or just being around them actually might have helped me out quite a bit. Maybe it has saved me. Maybe God allowed exotic cars to exist so I would keep discipline and know that if I keep discipline and I could be around them and enjoy them a little bit. And so here I am enjoying this awesome career of Serge the Car Hauler and trying to show on this channel, hey, please do that if you're keeping your options open because this is so cool. And, I don't need to be a preacher. I don't need to be, I don't need to go save people. I might be saving one of you guys. What I know I have. I know because I read the messages. They're like, Serge, this was my situation. Your videos inspired me to do this. This is how it's been changing my life. I know I can make an effect for the good with these videos just by even showing off the fun, successful milestones that I get to achieve for myself, my wife, my family. I know. So I think I answered the question. No, I don't need to apologize. And yeah, it's sad. It's tragic that stuff happens in the world. But what could I do about it? Other than be an example of my life. Things of a lot of horrible stuff happened to me and stuff I don't always talk about. Some of you have been shocked when you found out some stuff I went through. And maybe we could get into that. But you could just basically read Job in the Bible, right? A lot of people that knew me for a big time in my life called me Job for a while, saying, Serge, you're just like Job. It's spelled like Job if you're not familiar with the Bible, J-O-B. Just research the story of that. So that's basically what happened in my life. When I seen this message, I was like, man, maybe I should send an army of my subscribers to this guy's Instagram and tell them their thoughts. And I don't know. Should we do that, Dash? She nods her head now. But I asked her before about it too, and she said, life is not about war. And I was like, well, sometimes to men it is, Sometimes we need to prove something. And maybe you guys are my army, and maybe we need to do some social justice online stuff. But not sure if we need to do it in this one. But I thought I'd just kind of share this video, and maybe there's people on here that are watching that have seen us having a fun party on the yacht, and maybe some jealousy or some, I don't know, whatever kind of uh, feelings of non-constructive feelings, right? Check yourself, check your mind. You know, if you do that at anything else, like for example, there's a guy, some success book I was reading. He went to go give poor neighborhoods donations on Thanksgiving, groceries and stuff. And he drove, instead of his Ford or like an average car he drove his Jaguar, right? Going to those neighborhoods giving out. And somebody scratched his Jaguar. You know, so he was out doing good, and people from that same neighborhood scratched his car. So then he was like, man, what in the world? And he talked about why he think that happened. And it's people that see that stuff, and they automatically, they're brainwashed into not be able to have such a thing or such freedom or whatever, you know. And then they get these negative things and act on it, like scratching the car, being jealous or something. Well, that pushes that stuff away from you. You know what I mean? Watch your thoughts like that. And when in hauling in close exotic cars, I people that meet me and they see some of the exotic cars, you know, I'm opening the trailer, unloading or something, people off the street, a lot of times I can see that in them right away, whether they're like, oh, that's pretty cool, or they'll be like, I bet you the guy who owns that car is, you know, evil or something, stole the money or something. I don't know. There's something negative. And you got to watch your thoughts like that, because it's really, your subconscious is listening, and it's going to make you prompt you to do decisions in your life to go there or not go there, a certain direction where you want to be in life. You know, and you do want to be at the top, don't you? You should. It's pretty cool. It's lonely, but it's pretty cool. You know, I mean, you might be able, well, we'll find a nice wife like me, and you can enjoy some of it with. And, you know, I really enjoy some of the cool stuff we are able to share. I mean, it makes me want to travel more, makes me want to do more fun stuff, because, you know, by yourself, it's not that fun, you know, but when you share it with someone, like, yeah, Dasha's like nodding. She's like falling asleep. Like when we went to the Olympic Museum in Lake Placid, New York last weekend. Well, Dasha flew in while I drove up there, and then we met up and parked the truck in the repair shop and rented a car, and we were gonna shoot a vlog, but then we said, forget it. Right? Oh, we did. Did you post that up? Mm-hmm. Oh, she posted on her channel. Go check it out. We went to the basketball museum too, and so I think this is where we can make sense of all of this type of stuff. It pops up once in a while. Remember, again, let's keep in mind the strangest secret of the universe, which is what? Can you say it? Babe, come on.
You are headed towards your dominant thought.
Yes. See, you're always headed toward the direction of your dominant thoughts. Thoughts are things. You become what you think about most of the time. So that, in essence, is the explanation of quantum physics. Dasha, what's quantum physics? She's too sleepy to answer, but basically, we live in a fourth dimensional world, not three. We see three, perceive three, but the fourth dimension is where scientists looked at atoms and like real small things through microscopes. And the way they looked at them made those things change. This is Einstein stuff. This isn't for me. This is, you research it, quantum physics and how it relates to the strange secret of the universe. You study this. I spent a lot of time researching this while being on the road alone and trying to fall asleep in the noisy truck sleeper. So she said, keep it short. No, if you made it this far, you could get anything you want in your life. That's the way I make my videos, you know. Did you like the way Dasha edited the yacht video? You know, I had a lot of extra footage. She kept it under 10 minutes. I was like, no, it's okay. The long stuff is great. So I leave you with that, with the quantum physics, strangest secret of the universe. Be free, my friends, and please dream big and take action on it. Yeah, I want to say there's a guy I chatted with on Instagram, and then I seen him at the party on the yacht yesterday. And he didn't know me. We exchanged just like 5-10 messages. You know, I trolled him, how's your English? You know, you're new from Russia. But he said to me, he's like, I believe in you, Serge. Whatever you're doing, man, that is so cool. You know, it was just positive guy. And I was like, man, I want to be around him more. You know, like, what kind of person do you want to be? I mean, I'm trying to think if you really are like in a situation where maybe missiles have been fired at your place or something. I've been in something like that too. You're not alone. You know, a couple of my friends called me Job. And sometimes a big piece of machinery that crushes buildings is operated by God. God might demolish some things in your life with a big wrecking ball, like Miley Cyrus. Okay, maybe not like Miley Cyrus, but he's the creator and the builder. And that's what creators and builders do to old stuff. Demolish it so they could build new stuff that's nicer and better. Hopefully that's not, I don't think that applies with electric cars, so don't hold me to that. But I think I really think that's how it is in life sometimes. If some things are being demolished in your life, just remember the Creator's in control. And life in hindsight, right? In short bits of viewing looks like a tragedy, like something unpleasant. But in the long view of life, it looks like a comedy. So may that be your inspiration if you're in a tough situation like that. And wish you were all there at the yacht party yesterday. Maybe we could do some more in the future. I can't wait with you on board. And we could be splashing away and eating that caviar and listening to music and talking about ideas and how cool everything is and checking out those engines on the mega yacht. That was pretty cool, those big Mans, 900 horsepower. Captain's showing me those. I should have asked him if I could push the throttle a little bit. Yeah. Anyways, good night. I'm going to bed. Love your faces. Thanks for the support.